Little mama, we cannot allow our feelings and our mind to lead us off into places where we can't return. We have a tendency as human beings to listen to everything that's going on in our head. There's no filtering going on. I know I've had trouble with this. I'm actually in the process of having trouble with this, which is why I pulled it out. We don't want to lose our mind in our mothering or in the thought process that we have or in the life God's given us. It keeps us stuck. It limits the things that we believe, and we don't move forward in the things that God has for us. And our children don't benefit. We don't benefit. Welcome to the Moms Like Us podcast, where moms just like you learn strategies, systems, and skills through expert interviews and real-life insight designed to take your marriage, mothering, and home to the expert level. Hi, I'm Mona Corwin, your mom mentor and host, author, international speaker, and the founder of the Moms Like Us Academy. I've been coaching moms for over 25 years, and I have some really good news for you. Motherhood isn't a natural talent. It's a skill, and you can learn it. You can crush it at motherhood instead of motherhood crushing you. So let's get to today's show. We have to get a hold of what's going on in our mind. Don't lose your mind. Refine it. Get it set. Think on things above. Listen to what God says. Capture every thought. He's told us in His Word that we can know truth, and the truth will set us free. He said that He's given us a spirit, not a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. Like all of these scriptures, are they true or not? Like they've been true for people forever. And why would they not be true for you? They can be. And so we have to think ourselves straight. So yesterday and the day before, I laid a foundation, and yesterday I gave you 2 or 3 items, and today I'm going to go through the whole list, and here's how it goes. All right, mindset steps to keep your sanity. Number 1, you are going to have a feeling, and you know, the body always tells. The body always tells. It keeps score, and it tells. So when you're having thoughts that aren't good, you start having feelings, and you don't even know it's your thoughts at first. You just notice this anxiety that you're feeling. You can't sleep, you're not hungry, or you're too hungry, and you're having these feelings inside of you, and they're kind of going all over the place. You may be snapping at the kids, you may be feeling like nothing you do is right, you may look in the mirror and have more negative things to feel. Feelings are always a clue. And I want you to hear something super, super clear. If you don't hear anything else that I say today. Feelings, they are real. They are real. Your feelings are real. They're not made up. Your kids' feelings are real. They're not made up. Feelings are real. But they rarely make a good compass. They rarely are a good thing to be track for us to run on and have action and go in a direction based on feelings. We cannot allow our feelings to run the show. We can't. This is one of the things that comes with spiritual maturity, emotionally maturity, and just whatever. We got to know it. We got to do it. We fall, like I have lately, with my thoughts going nuts. But you know what? I know the truth, and the truth sets me free. And so I'm going to stand in the truth that I know. Okay, number 1, feelings are real. They are a clue that something's going on. When you have a feeling, what do? Okay, acknowledge, number 2, acknowledge what the feeling is. Acknowledge it. If it's real, then you should be able to find out what it is. You should be able to call it out. Most of the time you can. I'm anxious, I'm afraid, I'm sad, I'm really ticked off. Like I'm feeling unsure, just name it. I feel worthless. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like everything I do as a mother doesn't work. I feel bad. Identify your feeling. Acknowledge what it is. Okay, number 3, I want you to access the thought that caused the feeling. Even though you're going to become aware of what's going on because of a feeling, it is not the first thing that happens. In actuality, a thought is the first thing that happens. That's why God tells us to take captive every thought that rises up against the truth and knowledge of God. So, we have to look at the thoughts. Right. Okay, so I'm feeling anxious. So what is the thought behind my anxiety? What am I thinking? Not why am I thinking it, but what am I thinking that is causing me to be anxious? What is it that I'm thinking? You know, a thought is just a sentence in your head. It doesn't have anything to it. It doesn't have facts. It doesn't have direction. It doesn't have feeling. It doesn't have anything. It's just a thought. Like Caroline Leaf says, it's just breeze through the trees. Thoughts just run back and forth. But until we attach something to it, it doesn't even come into our conscious. But once it does, it captures us, and we capture it, and we're looking at it. Then we need to make sure that we know what this thought is. Okay, so you find the thought. And you're like, yes, this is the thought that feeling is attached to. This is why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. These are the questions you can ask yourself. Instead of rolling everything around in your mind and worrying about the future and listening to more lies, take the thought captive, hold it in your hand, and look at it. Ask yourself some questions. This is number 4. Ask yourself the questions. Be a detective. Like, be the one that is like looking for the facts. Ask yourself these 4 questions. Is it true? Is this a belief that is limiting me from what I need to do or from what I need to think? Is this a limiting belief? Do I need to act on this thought? I know I'm feeling something, but that's rarely a compass, right? Because Mona said so. And I am attaching it to this thought, but I don't know if that's really accurate. Is this true? Do I need to act on it? Or do I need to let it go? Do I need to cast it off? Do I need to cast it away? Do I need to throw it back up into the trees and let the breeze take it? Or can I just be neutral on it? It's a thought. It's a sentence. Okay. I don't have any facts for it. I don't have any reality for it. I don't have anything to attach correctly to it. Not action, not feeling, like, I don't know, the counter's white. Okay? I don't have to believe it. I don't have to do anything about it. Like, I don't even have to think, I'm just going to throw it away and I'll think about it tomorrow. I don't even have to think, I'm going to just let that slide off my back. Those are actions. I can just say, am I neutral on this? Like, I'm not going to have an opinion. I'm not going to have a thought. Like, I have nothing. It's nothing. You don't even have to say, that doesn't have anything to do with me. That's a decision. Can I be neutral and just not think about the thought anymore? When you do that, it is absolutely amazing, absolutely positively amazing. You've got to try it. You won't believe it until it happens and you're like, oh, this is something I can learn. You will have that feeling go away. That feeling will go away because it doesn't have anything else to attach it to, the thought, because the thought has become neutral. Isn't this awesome? God has given us the ability to do these things. When he says, cast your cares on him, because his burden is light and our load is heavy or something. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember secular and scripture at the same time. It's hilarious. We're supposed to cast all of our burdens on the Lord and just say, I don't know what this is. I'm giving it to you, Lord. Like, pass this all. Here you go. I have no idea what this is. But I'm not going to be anxious about something I don't know anything about. Okay, number 5. Get curious. Step out of the emotion for a minute and look at the thought. If you can't cast it away, look at the thought and examine it as if you were looking on someone else with that feeling and that thought, and try to find some cues that may be causing the feeling if the thought and the feeling don't really match. It's like you're feeling like that and all it was is you forgot to get milk. That's a fact. That's all we've got going on for this feeling of being no good and worthless, and it's because you forgot to get milk? That doesn't match. Look on the situation as if you're looking on it from someone else's perspective. And you don't get to pick the person because it's you. Okay, you might be tired. You might be sad. So then you are able to look on and go, oh, that's why that feeling's there, because she really is tired and she saw something on Instagram. Oh, it's not really, that thought isn't really correct. It's really this. And then you're going to be able to move forward to step number 6. Now keep the thought or move the feeling. All right. Oh, now you can either cast it off or keep the thought. And if you're going to keep the thought and go, no, there is a reason I should be anxious. There is a reason I should be looking at this. Like the thought and it is something bad. I do need to look at it. My feeling is alerting me that there's something wrong and I need to look at it. That's when you start developing the action. And only then can you trust that you're being moved by correct thinking. Is it true? Is it a limiting belief? Is this in line with what God says? Is it, when looking out, would anybody think that is something that should be dealt with? And then you can make an action move. Okay, you forgot the milk. You're all upset. Well, you're not a total failure, but yeah, you did forget the milk. So your feeling's out of whack, but it is alerted you that maybe you need to get some organizational skills and get a menu together. And now you have an action to move forward. And then say, hey, I acknowledge the fact that this thought is probably correct. My feeling's out of whack, but the action I need to take so I don't have this problem is this. I'm going to make a grocery list every Wednesday with a menu, and I'm not going to run out of stuff. Then you have allowed your feeling to be an indicator, but not a dictator. And that's the very last thing. You have a choice, and you can do it if you know how to think about what you're thinking about and what to do with the feelings that you have. You can use your feelings to help direct you that something's amiss, and then find out truth, and then either cast that thing away or put in motion action plans to move you in a direction that will successfully take care of what you need to do. All right, that's it. It's sounds easy, but it's really kind of not so easy sometimes when your emotions are going crazy and your thoughts are all over the place. But we've got to do it. Moms like us have to learn things like this. Me too. And I'm working on it. So if I were you, I would rewind this and I would listen again and take those steps and write them down and put them in a place where you can use them when you have a crazy day of thoughts and emotions that are going wild. Because moms like us got to learn stuff like this. And when we learn it, we can teach it to our kids. Yes, we can. All right, little mama, that's it. Your marriage matters. Your mothering matters, and you, little mama, you matter. And that little noggin of yours, it's important because the enemy is going to try to distract you and distress you. We can't do that. We have to stay firm on what God says, lean on His word, lean on His ways, and lean on Him in prayer. I sure hope you enjoyed this episode of Moms Like Us Do Things Like This. Sweetheart, we have so much more over on the website Moms Like Us, and we also are on Instagram at Moms Like Us __, and you can just join us over there to learn why we should know what we should know, what we should know. But I have got a little special thing that we have in the Moms Like Us world. It's called the Moms Like Us Academy, and I hope you'll consider it. You can find out more about it on the momslikeus.org website, but it is full of masterclasses that teach you how. Because, girl, motherhood isn't a natural talent. It's a skill, and you can learn it. But to learn it, you have to know how. And that's where we do it. That's where moms just like us, moms just like you, we make it happen. So I hope that you will go over and join us in the Moms Like Us Academy. Okay, that's it. Bye for now.